you to both Stetson parents. Oh no, I messed it up. Okay, thank you to both sets of parents, Mom and Dad, Brent and Brenda. This would have never been possible if it wasn't for you guys. And thank you for raising us the way we are, and specifically Brent and Brenda for making Stetson the way he was, and
good or bad,
just for everything you've ever done. And thank you so much.
We just want to thank everybody for coming and spending the special day with us and enjoying it with us, and thank the wedding party for being on your best behavior, and yes, thanks for coming.
You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You're like a piece of heaven in a hurricane, and it's bubbling over like a sweet champagne. You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. All day long, right or wrong, you question everything. Why the grass is green, can I stay up late, and why do the bluebirds sing? Sometimes you cry your big blue eyes for no discernible reason. Your point of view, it comes and goes like the changing of the seasons. You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You're like a piece of heaven in a hurricane, and it's bubbling over like a sweet champagne. You got your mama's sunshine, you got your daddy's rain. You act just like your father, yeah, you laugh at
sunburned paint still reads 98 state champs on that water tower. Kids still hang at the old flat bank, cruise that Friday night strip for hours, kinda like a small town. There's Glen Mill Road where the years move slow. Ain't much changed since our first kiss. I've seen city lights and man, I saw the light. Now let me tell you now, I admit, kinda like this small town. They ain't changed a bit, nothing better than this that I found. It took some coming around, but I'm figuring out you're where I wanna be right now. Kinda like this small town. Yeah, kinda like this small town. On your front steps.
So I remember this, but he doesn't remember it.
The first time we met was, I'd say, I think we went to the 6th grade orientation in Sumner, but I don't really remember that.
And I remember Stetson from that because he was acting really weird, just like, I don't know, all the boys were like taking their shirts off and doing cartwheels and jumping around being weird. And that's what I remember about Stetson, but he swears he doesn't remember that. I'm sticking by that O'Connell school story. You were weird.
All I remember is, well, I'm not very tall, and back then I was really short, and Alicia's pretty tall, so she was kind of a giant back then to me, it looked like.
Oh yeah, he was really scrawny. He didn't even really start to fill out till like our sophomore year of high school.
We were on our way to some FFA range judging, I think it was state. On the bus she told me, or it got back to me, that she liked me, and I guess I asked her to homecoming after that.
We decided to go together, and that kind of is what sparked our relationship. And then like a week later, we started dating.
Nothing but you can make me feel alive. Set my heart on fire. Turn the silver sky into a California blue. Fireworks in July. Got nothing on your eyes.
So again, we disagree on this, but I know I'm right. What did you say was the first date?
I thought we went to her house and watched a movie, but I think
No.
the hospital was probably first.
Yeah, that was the first actual, we went somewhere date.
If you want to call it a date, I had MRSA in my foot, so I was in the hospital. I just had surgery, and she was there.
So I just remember going to visit him, and his parents went out and got us Wendy's, and We ate Wendy's and watched The Walking Dead on his hospital bed.
I don't remember much about it.
You really connected with that show because of your whole...
The infection, probably.
Nothing on my mind, no, nothing but you. Nothing but you. Yeah, you. Nothing but you.
This was when we were freshmen. We were by the lockers, and it was after basketball practice one night.
It was after some sports practice, and we were at the school by the lockers, by the office, I guess.
And I was the one that made the first move.
And I definitely made the first move.
And I made the first move.
No.
Yes, I did. Because you were
Definitely
just
not.
standing there forever.
No, I definitely made the first move.
I know I was the
I
first
don't think so.
Nothing but you can make me feel alive.
Probably between sophomore and junior year, we'd been dating for quite a while, and I think she was playing softball, and I just remember sitting there watching, kind of thinking she was the one that I want to try and stay with my whole life, and I guess it worked out so far. So
I don't know. I think I kind of knew from like the beginning, like we were just meant to be together. Like we just fit together really well, I guess, with our personalities and stuff. But probably for sure, like senior year or something, and or freshman year when we started talking about like we wanted this relationship to go further. He was like, we're gonna go to Broken Bow to eat, or we're gonna go check cows first, and we're gonna go to Broken Bow to eat. I'm like, that's weird that we're checking cows. There's definitely something up.
we went to a couple pastures first just to kind of throw her off and make her think that it wasn't going to happen. And
We drove out, and it just so happened he hit like an anthill or something, or some kind of bump, and the Ranger made like a really bad thunk noise.
we ended up hitting a bump at the right spot, so it kind of was like the Ranger was broke. So I stopped and got out and ended up getting on a knee, and I asked her if she would get out and help me fix it. And
Oh, you need to come help me with something. I'm like, no, you're the idiot that hit the anthill. You got to fix this to yourself. Like, I was not very nice because I was like, no. And it took quite a while for me to get out.
she started yelling at me because she thought the Ranger was broke, and when she turned around, I was on my knee. And
Turned around, and he was down on one knee and had the ring in his hand, and he asked, will you marry me? And I said yes, of course. And then all of a sudden, like, his sister and my sister pop up, and his sister's like, we missed it. I was like, oh, because they were supposed to get a picture of it.
it turns out Michaela and Janae were waiting there for an hour or two, and they ended up not popping up quick enough to take the pictures, so they pretty much waited for nothing. So then we had to fake it and let them get the picture.
When you came walking my way, everything stopped and everything changed. When you came walking my way,
I don't even know how you spell competitive. You better not do it wrong.
I chose kind because I really did look out with him. Like, just, I don't know, hearing stories of different guys going throughout high school and college, he was never like that. He's always been kind and understanding and supportive of me. And so, I mean, there's a lot of words I could use to explain him, but kind is probably what sticks out. And, you ask other people, and I think they would probably say the same thing. Like, you can just see it in the way he helps people and treats others. So
Alicia's very competitive. Everything we do, or pretty much everything we do, it's a competition. She was pretty athletic in high school and ended up playing college volleyball, so I think that's where she got her competitiveness, but it's really carried over into our relationship, and everything's a competition.
it's between two of them. Does it have two ends?
Hi, Siri.
I hope that's not.
You need to make that a better T.
I say that because we've been together for 7 years, and as far as I know, we haven't had any issues.
I'd say it because when we were both in college, she was in Lincoln and then Omaha, and it was kind of a drive, and we didn't get to see each other very much, but we stayed committed to each other and made it work.
you came walking my way, everything stopped and everything changed. You came walking my way. I knew I found the one I love, the best of my days. My
honestly, I'm just really excited. I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
I love you, and I can't wait to spend the rest of my life with you.
Rising sun hits the sky, see it open before us. Take these hopes, hold them high. Every step takes you closer. Oh, 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 oh. The stars will show us. Oh, 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 oh. It's all waiting for us. Every turn a living color. Heaven knows what we'll discover. A story in the making. The world is ours for the taking.
Open fields, distant shores, every anticipation. Getting lost, we'll explore with no hesitation. Oh, 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 oh. The stars will show us. Oh, 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 oh. It's all waiting for us.
Every turn a living color. Heaven knows what we'll discover. A story in the making. At the start of something greater than we could uncover. Holding on to all this wonder. A story in the making. The world is ours for the taking.
Rising sun hits the sky.
Every turn a living color. Heaven knows what we'll discover. A story in the making. The world is ours for the taking.
This love is like the ocean that's crashing over me. It's like falling rain on the driest plains, as far as eyes can see. This love is like the church bells, as loud as they can ring. In the good man's face on his wedding day, when he sees his bride to be. Nobody loves you like I do, and I never want them to. Nobody loves you like I do, and I can't get enough of you. I don't ever want to.
I, Stetson, take you, Alicia,
To be my beloved wife.
to be my beloved wife,
I, Alicia, take you, Stetson,
To be my beloved husband.
to be my beloved husband.
promising by God's help to be a loving
And faithful husband to you.
and a loving and faithful husband to you,
Promising by God's help
To be a loving
to be a loving
and faithful wife to you.
and faithful wife to you,
as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live.
This love is like a mystery that's folding out in front of me. Yeah, this love is like no other. It's right